Alright, on this episode of NTFU Kingdoms, we're gonna be showing off the latest takeover of the up-and-coming Baron Melaku. He claims that after handling the previous owner, the Stag Lord, he was given rightful claim on the land, but our sources say maybe there's a darker plot going on in the background. Either way, the lawful ruler has let our crew come into his borders and take a look around. Oh, here's the Baron now. Let's see if he has a minute for us.
Hello, and welcome to our humble kingdom. We're just getting started, but we're happy to show you around. These are the streets that will become the lifeblood of our kingdom. We have attracted some merchants to set up shop here to do commerce. He sells us old armor soaked in blood to pay for his castle. Well, hold on. We need to chat with our wonderful local about his, late taxes. We'll catch up with you after.
Alright, well, we're gonna take a quick look around to find some of the juiciest details of the kingdom, like where the Baron likes to party, and just where do all the gold from these taxes go. All that and more after these commercial breaks. Alright, we're back in the seat here, and whoa, I just wanted to thank everyone who saw the last video. More about that at the end, though. A couple of things as we come up to settle this dispute between classic opposites. You know, nymphs and lumberjacks. Throughout the recording of this video, I've been trying out real-time mode instead of turn-based like I was playing before. I think I perform actions not as well so far in the early of the video, but it saved me a lot of time as sort of a trial by fire. Fewer actions at any given moment, and tons of pauses were really beefing me up for the future games that don't have turn-based mode like this one. Overall, I think I enjoy it a bit more now that I've got some game time under my belt with it. There's a lot to cover about the kingdom building part of the game, and I know, you watch my videos for hot tips and tricks for your own playthrough. It took me a while to figure out what was going on exactly, as I'm trying not to look stuff up, but I'll comment on where I can. While we've dispatched some of our party members out onto the world to solve some of our kingdom problems. Well, hi there. The very basics here in the kingdom view will show you current issues within your borders. It's not all sitting in the throne room and drinking. Each of the advisor roles, as you'll see here, has a modifier to their kind of ability, which needs to be used against certain problems. For example here, Amiri, our military expert, handles with our military problems. And don't worry about putting your A-team party members in these advisory roles and sending them out to handle problems. They'll still be able to be in the party the entire time. I know, working in two places at once. Wild. We have come across these dwarven runes. Here we found the first hint to what the main story of Chapter 2 is. Trolls. Trolls last chapter were a big issue, but I know how to handle them this time. Okay, that's not going to work. There's some kind of enchantment on these trolls. My gut makes me think it'll be a foreshadowing for what's to come in this chapter. These trolls are immune to fire, which is, up until this point, kind of like my go-to to fight the trolls, so thank God I had some acid flasks around to fight them. There were other threats, like more troll dogs, spiders, and some bandits around that we fought off while exploring the area. However, the most important thing was all these dwarven rings. After we found them, we were able to open this ancient cache, and within it is Trollbane!
The bot is set to self-destruct. We should move ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that this axe slays, but it certainly starts to trivialize some of the later fights with trolls. So yeah, no, it slays. You know, we were also promised a reward from Bloom for helping them with the Stag Lord's corruption. We were told to come alone, but my smooth brain didn't listen, so we brought everyone to look around first. Mainly just some wolves, so we came back with just Melaku later. Bloom! Baby! How's it hanging? Oh. Why is she trying to kill us? Something about natural rise or something. Sorry, I didn't take down notes when running for my life, okay? Luckily though, after several times dying and a random assortment of crap in my bag, we snuck past most everything. I played a few other RPGs, and this part was actually kind of cool, as I couldn't really brute force it, though I can't imagine getting past this without the potions and scrolls we had on hand. So kind of a mixed bag as far as like praising them about this design. If I didn't have them, like, what was I, like, had to revert to a previous save state? I don't know. On our way back, with just our lone paladin, let me tell you, it sucked. Branded trolls, a whole kobold party destroyed us while we were just trying to camp. Actually, the only way I could figure out how to get him back to the kingdom was by cheesing this dialogue option here with the potion of invisibility. Sorry, but I didn't save you from the trolls just yet. Their AI hasn't started fighting you, so he thought that we rescued him, and since they hadn't started fighting, I wasn't in combat, I was able to leave. Weird. Hopefully, nothing too bad happened while we were gone from the kingdom. Oh good, bandits and trolls ravaging our land. As well as some curse that's summoning phase spiders from another dimension? All that, and we got summoned by some dragon to help him with this dungeon in Tenebrous Depths. Okay, I did do some of the Tenebrous Depths and looked into it after it felt really odd compared to the other dungeons so far. Turns out it's a DLC dungeon, and it's pretty much just a hard ongoing dungeon, I guess, from what I was reading, trying to avoid spoilers. So that's something that you'd be interested in seeing, let me know. Otherwise, I'm probably going to avoid it for the most part and stick to the main story as close as possible. Hey, you may have noticed in some of the footage up until now that we've been using Jalith, the undead elf. But from here on, we're switching to our new fiery waifu, Octavia. Sorry, Jalith. I was working up to all through part 1, and we went through a completely different direction. I felt like the party needed some more arcane power in the group. And it was probably necessary as we need to make a bigger punch into the enemy line. Plus, she can be an Arcane Trickster, and that's pretty dope. I don't think I need any more reason than that. Coming across the lone house in the woods, we discovered bandits lurking about that had attacked some merchants. We collected our taxes from the merchants' supplies and found many traps around this house. The person living here? Bartholomew, a questionable person that's been performing various tests with the local trolls. He's done some real dark stuff in here, and while they may be trolls, you shouldn't torture them. We set the troll free, but he didn't like it too much, so Bartholomew didn't give us too much of the time of day.
Hey, thanks for stopping by my personal crib. This is my bed made of solid gold. Those sheets, they don't even move. They're too heavy. This is my writing table, where I pretend to write, so I can drink all I want. Over here are my 2 paintings. They cost more than 10 houses for the villagers. But it's not like they need any more houses. We already made 2. And this is our throne room. All the real homies come to chill here. We also do our baronly duties, like telling people we'll look into their missing child or provide food for the villagers. Like, it's hard stuff to keep up with, people. The final stop here before I let you go again is the Kingdom's Tavern. Check it out. We got people, music, buff chicks, and all the drink you can ask for. Back in the kitchen, they keep the real secret sauce. Now bounce. I gotta test the flour.
It's been some time. We finished a couple of side quests around the kingdom, and we've reclaimed some landmarks. I wanted to check in on Bartholo. He said he would get back to us, but I haven't heard from him.
Oh. A lot happened. I take no responsibility for this, but he did mention that he lost his magic whip, so let me just mark that down in my quest journal. That's probably mine now, since he's dead. Reports have come in that I'm a complete fool. Turns out we've never selected our higher level spells before a long rest, and have only been using our most basic toolkit up until now. We've gone ahead and started implementing the use of these new methods of mass destruction, and the game takes a sharp turn into being a lot less difficult. Thank you.
This next part had a lot going on, but it seemingly had only minor story implications, so we'll kind of flip through my notes here to see what happened. So, let's go. We spoke to Mr. Tumnus. Turns out that there was this wedding between fairies and the people around this area, and of course, because it's a fantasy story, the wedding went sideways. The land got cursed, and now there's this angry tree. Dead ghosts are all through the village, and our goal is to help them be laid to rest. We go over and chop down the tree, we cleanse their ghost well, boom, freed. We also died to some slugs, rest in peace, and then we met up with this old witch, Beldame. Beldame. And we think she's pretty cool, and not evil at all like the people of our kingdom told us she was. Don't judge a book by its cover, you stupid jerks. After getting back to the kingdom, yep, we're back to the kingdom already. There's a lot of that, going between there and out and adventuring. We got a letter from some asshats from the Eternal Rose, claiming that they own Valyria and want them back to their order. Well, hell no. And in fact, she's gonna duel you about it. They lose, for sure. Okay, but maybe she didn't win, but she does have a sick new scar, and you guys still suck. Man, I hope we get to knock those fellas around later in the game. Make a note, don't tell me, but like, I hope that happens. In the background, we've been collecting information about the enemy of this chapter. Apparently there's this troll king that's uniting a lot of the trolls and the kobolds. We're prepared, so let's do this. Let me just find my cassette player.
Hey, you want to see a real kingdom? Come check us out. We've got everything you'd need. All trolls and kobolds welcome. I guess humies too that have a camera. Just make sure to catch my good side. Let's show you around. See, we like big statues here, but sometimes I like to move them around. We've got plenty of food in the kitchen, cooked by our earth troll. Look, his kids are here today. Hi. We've got kobolds painting the wall for decorations and whatever. That's cool. To keep our guests guessing, we've got some chests that are actually just mimics. You know, for fun reasons. We learn in the humies language here. The children learning stuff is super important, because, you know, they're the future and whatnot. We're also big fans of Pokemon Sun and Moon, so we've got a puzzle based on it right here, holding our treasures. But I'll never tell the secret. We make sure that all of our stuff is stored and even split up among all the people. And here's the last stop on a little tour, my throne room. We're just hanging out here and just trying to make a name for ourselves to live in peace with the humans that are nearby. Well, anyway, thank you for stopping by, and hey, green boy, we're here to kick the teeth in and all the vicious trolls and kobolds that are on our land.
He's got the camera crew.
He's got a weapon! Put him down!
So glad we learned about all these new spells. Jokes aside, the crowd control effects really helped fighting Hargukla, which is the name of the vicious troll king, and we beat the tar out of him. Also, what the... Tartuccio's here? And after our tactical victory, he seems to really not know who he is or what's going on. And since it's a role-playing game, I feel like Melaku would let him go. And we probably won't ever see him again, right? Maybe foreshadowing? I don't know. Before we leave, can someone comment below if this was a puzzle? I could not for the life of me to figure it out. Welcome back to NTFU Kingdoms. It looks like Baron Melaku has some more time for us again. So let's go check up on him.
Hello. I hope you've been finding your time around the kingdom well.
We actually had a question for you. We heard you evicted your neighbor of the Troll King due to racial disagreements. Is that true? Also, have you seen our other camera crew?
Hey. Want to see the royal throne room? It's where all of the great work we do happens. Especially since we recently got a new accountant.
Yes. Have you been operating the past year without a person looking over your treasury? Quick side note, yes.
Always a kidder, that one. We have plenty of gold flowing through our streets. I mean, just take a look at my lavish bedroom. And how could we not be doing well when we've expanded and are growing our kingdom's offerings? Honestly, I wish we had more time to show you around, but this is our last stop.
Baron, why aren't we in a jail cell?
Oh, that's because I don't approve of propaganda.
Well, I guess it's our last episode of NTFU Kingdoms, so we hope you enjoyed, and we'll donate to our jail relief fund. Hey, it's that time in the episode where I quickly mention some side stuff that happened. Remember that kid that went missing? Well, if you've been playing along, we found out that they're in this lizard camp as the pseudo-leader possessed by a spirit. They think it's like one of their ancestors or something. After talking to this kid, it's basically the opening scene of Scary Movie 2. So we get the spirit out, and of course, the kid may die in the crossfire. We could have saved and reset, but I didn't wanna. Anyway, we made our way to this bridge for the first time. We fought normal stuffs, you know, like bears, bandits, lizards, and a Lenorum for some reason. Obviously we died, and if you don't know what a Lenorum is, look it up. I don't know why it was here. We did various companion quests. Maybe I'll have some footage up on the screen right now if I remember to do that part. And we tried our hand out at the Lonely Barrows. Now, if you know anything about this place, it lulled me into a false sense of security. And then, boom! Stone golems kicked my ass. And this so-called lonely warrior here, he jumped us with his crew. And apparently, I didn't have enough acid damage at the time. So mark this on the board of other things I'll probably never come back to do. Best Girl Lindsay has been smuggling kingdom funds to pay for their printing press that they want. And let me tell you, I'll let that one slide. And finally, throughout the entirety of my playthrough part 2, we did handle a lot of different things in the kingdom management here. With some success and some failure. I'll throw a little bit of that up on the screen right now and you can take a look. The king's in pretty good shape, honestly, all throughout it. And from what I totally didn't read online, this should be very close to part 3 soon. Whew. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you don't want to listen to this part, feel free to head out. Thank you so much. Yeah, let me know if I missed something important down below in my playthrough part 2. I really do think that was pretty much everything, the major points. So, yeah. The reception of my last video was incredible. It really motivated me to be working on this one. Unfortunately, it was also the holidays, mental breakdown hours, and my birthday. I mean, just the script alone is 15,000 words. right now, and I'm still making adjustments to it at the time of recording. So I didn't quite get it out there before New Year's like I wanted. Oh well. New Year's resolution, I'm hoping to get a lot more of these out, and I hope this is worth the wait. If you watched this far, you probably liked it, or you forgot to turn it off. So, thank you, whichever that was. And if you did like it, give it a share, a like. You know, send it to someone who may also like it, because that would help me out a lot. I am working on smaller videos just in case I can't finish the next chapter as a Pathfinder Kingmaker in that time frame. But don't worry, the Pathfinder videos until I'm done with the game are my main priority. So anyway, yeah. This is the end of the video, I guess. So, see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe!